Welcome to Wildwood Park for a Wisconsin State League clash between the Sheboygan A's and the West Allis Nationals. Two of the top three teams in the Wisconsin State League play a three-game set. This one at Wildwood Park, then they go to West Allis and then back to Sheboygan on Thursday. 3 consecutive days playing the same team. Not something you see too much in the Wisconsin State League. For Sheboygan, Eric Schmitz is on the mound. One of their 3 aces on this roster. Comes in with a 1.75 ERA and 19 strikeouts to 5 walks. And he's going to try to take down this lineup from the West Allis Nationals. Cameron Carter, the leadoff hitter, followed by Brian Huntsinger. He's in second. Rob Coe, followed by the cleanup hitter Nick Argersinger. And then it's Max Montgomery hitting 5th. Trey Kirchhoff is hitting 6th. Dalton Madsen's hitting 7th. Jason Randolph is hitting 8th. And rounded out is Caleb Zabielski for the West Allis Nationals. Defensively for Sheboygan from left to right in the outfield looks like this. Nick Tenney's the left fielder. Alex Ames is in center, followed by Chase Hanselman in right. Around the horn from third to first on the infield, Hudson Wagner, Lucas Lemons, George Haas, and at first is Harry Stelt. Behind the plate is Connor Lash catching for Eric Schmitz. These are two teams who are going to really benefit or really suffer from this 3-game set, with Sheboygan currently in first place with a 9-3 record, just a half game above the Kenosha Kings, who sit at 9-4. And then at 9-5 is the third place West Allis Nationals. And that's a team that comes to Wildwood Park tonight for this clash on a muggy, hot, not very good day to be outside at least. But we're still playing baseball on this Tuesday night. Cameron Carter's about ready to step in to get this game underway. He comes in hitting .364 on the young season in just his 5 games played. First pitch is right in there for a strike on Carter. Schmitz is not a guy who walks a lot of hitters. As we mentioned, just 5 walks in over 25 innings. That one's lined to right field for a base hit, and Carter gets the day started off right for West Allis with a leadoff single. First runner on base for the West Allis Nationals, and then I'll bring up Brian Huntsinger. Huntsinger is a guy who won back-to-back Wisconsin State League MVP awards in 2023 and 2024, and let's just say he has not had the season so far that he would have liked. Comes in hitting .120, by far his worst statistical start to a season. Started off 1 for 24 at the plate, but he started to heat up over his past few games, hitting .375, 3 for 8 in his last 4 games. As Carter's on the move to second base, the throw will be way late, and Carter steals second base easily and ready a runner in scoring position for the Nationals. The thing that's interesting about Huntsinger is he doesn't strike out a lot. He's got elite contact rate over 93%, just 2 strikeouts and 33 at-bats. As the pitch is lined in right field, going over his Hanselman. He's not going to have play. It's going to get down. On his way to third is Carter, and he's going to be held at third. And the throw gets by, and now on his way to second is Huntsinger, and he'll be there in plenty of time. And a disastrous start for Sheboygan. Back-to-back base hits. And I'll bring up Rob Coe. Schmitz says, let's just say, not the start that he would have liked. And his first innings has been his problem innings. We saw it against Addison a few times, where giving up that early run, but then really seems to settle in as the start goes along. As he pumps in a first pitch strike there on Coe. Coe played at Wisconsin Whitewater, graduated in 2011. As the pitch in from Schmitz is low again. Currently an assistant coach for Whitewater in his 3rd season in that job. But still likes to play the summer ball for the West Allis Nationals, and he's hitting in the 3-hole. And he's hitting over 300, so he's got good reason to continue. Pitch is hit sharply up the middle, but Lemons goes to third. A smart play there. Now they got Huntsinger to run down. And Wagner applies a tag, but a run scores. But Sheboygan will for sure trade that out. Great play by Lemons at short to get the out there. bring up Nick Argersinger. Just bad base running by Hunsinger on second base. Ground ball in front of you. You're told not to go in those situations. And he tried to advance to third, try to catch Lemons off guard, and Lemons was ready for it. And smart throw Wagner at third. Argersinger is in there, and it takes first pitch strike. Argersinger's the right fielder in tonight's game. Schmitz looks in the pitch. He takes it low. Comes in with a gaudy average of 409. This top of the order is very dangerous for the Nationals. Probably the reason why they've gotten hot. Sit at 9-5. Pitch from Schmitz is outside. And this is, as we mentioned, a huge game for Sheboygan to win. Start off this 3-game series kind of on the right foot. Holding that first place spot, you're the target for every other team. That pitch is low to Argersinger. Nationals sit just a game back. They would tie the A's with a win, but the Kenosha Kings would move into first place. As that one hits sharply, another base hit for West Allis, and another runner on base. 2 runners on, first and second for the Nationals, and 3 hits in this inning. This is just not something we're used to seeing from Eric Schmitz on the mound. Came in allowing just 15 hits in 25 and 2/3 innings. And it's already given up 3. Max Montgomery, a dangerous bat at the plate. Pitch to him is fouled off. Montgomery comes in hitting .324 with 2 homers. Just graduated from the University of St. Francis in Illinois. Fresh off the finish to his college career. Pitch to him is hit in the air, foul, and it is now 0-2. 1 down the inning, but that was even a sharply hit ball. It's a nice play by Lemons to get Hunsinger going to third. But a 3-hit first inning this far and still going for West Allis. Pitch is inside. 1-2 count now on Montgomery. Montgomery's also got an OPS over 1. Those extra base hits and his ability to get on base is what makes him a very dangerous hitter at the plate. West Allis comes in with a .281 average with runners in scoring position. Very elite average in that category. They've already shown their ability in this game as that one's fouled back. Still 2-2, I should say, on Montgomery. One down in the inning, runners on first and second. Runner at second is Argersinger's on at first. As Montgomery stays live, fouls it off his leg. Montgomery's DHing tonight. Schmitz trying to force him into a ground ball. The 2-2 pitch. Schmitz got him swinging for the second out. A big out that time for Eric Schmitz at the hands of Montgomery. Trey Kirchhoff will now come to the plate. The 6-hole hitter in this West Allis order with 2 runners on base. Chance to add on to this already strong start for the Nationals. First pitch to Kirchhoff is fouled back. Kirchhoff's got big plans coming in the fall. He'll be headed to Purdue to start his freshman year as a Boilermaker. He's not had the strongest start to his summer, hitting just .227. You don't go Division I without having some sort of skill, so you just assume that those numbers aren't reflective of how he actually plays. As that one check swing right to Schmitz on the mound. He'll toss it over to first in time. And only one run allowed after a 3-hit start to the inning for West Allis. West Allis won, and Sheboygan coming up in the bottom of the first.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Bottom of the first, action ready to get underway, and the Sheboygan lineup tonight's going to look like this. Alex Ames leads it off, followed by Chase Hanselman, the hottest hitter in the Wisconsin State League. Harry Stelt hits third. Connor Lash is the cleanup hitter. Hudson Wagner, he's hitting fifth. Jimmy Jurgensen, the 6-hole hitter, he's DHing tonight. Nick Tenney's hitting seventh, playing position number 7 in left field. Lucas Lemons, the shortstop, who we saw make that nice play in the top of the first, he's hitting 8th. And then rounding out is George Haas, the 9-hole hitter, who's at second base against Zach Rizzo on the mound, the 2026 graduate of St. Joe's Catholic. He's committed to UW Parkside. He'll be playing there in the fall, or no, I should say, the spring of 2027. And the defense behind him looks like this. Carter's in left. Zabielski is in center. Argersinger, he's in right. Around the horn from third to first. In the infield, Randolph, Kirchhoff, Huntsinger's at second, and then Coe, he's the first baseman. Then Madsen behind the plate, catching for Rizzo on the mound. Alex Ames ready to step in on the right-hander Rizzo. Ames has been a guy who's been hot as well. His average is now sitting at 263. Rizzo finishing up his practice pitches as now Ames steps up to the plate. Sheboygan conceded a run in the first inning. 3 hits for the Nationals in that top half of the first. Now Ames has a chance to start off with a base knocker. Just way to get on base for the Sheboygan A's, get them some of that momentum back going their way. Wind is blowing out. Maybe Ames can get under one. Hit his first home run of the season. Tie this game up quickly. First pitch to Alex is taken high. Ames 15 RBIs for a leadoff hitter. That's very impressive. A lot of times, leadoff hitters' RBI numbers are smaller because the bottom of the order, as that one's hit softly to second. Huntsinger bobbles it, and Ames gonna be on base. On base Alex is what I call him, and he leads it off, reaching on an error. Sheboygan will take a base run any way they can get it. And Chase Hanselman comes to the plate, and his average has absolutely skyrocketed in the past 2 weeks. Comes in hitting .385 against the West Allis Nationals here tonight. And in his last 6 games, excluding the WABC's championship game, because we don't have the box score for that game, he's hitting .545 in his last 6 games. He has been on fire. His OPS now sits at .998. And it's tied for the team lead in doubles with 8 with Harry. Pitch to Hanselman. His line to left field, and guess what? Another base hit for Chase Hanselman. He's on first. And 2 runners on to start this first inning for Sheboygan. And Hanselman stays hot. And now it's Harry Stell to, guess what? He's also been hot. What a shocker there. He's in 423 coming into play today. Leads the team in average, home runs, RBIs, walks, tied for first in doubles, basically every offensive category. That's why I said basically. As that one's in there for a strike on Stelt. Ames is on second. Hanselman is on first for Stelt. Stelt's in 429 with runners in scoring position. Leads the team in hits as well in that category. 0-1 pitch is fouled off the netting right side. 0-2. Brad Reinflash is the first base coach tonight. He's had a lot of traffic over there already in this first inning. Both the first 2 runners reaching. 2-strike pitch to Harry. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Good take that time by Stelt. Harry's a very comfortable hitter with 2 strikes. We've seen him do a lot of damage even when he gets down quickly 0-2. A lot of times likes to take that first pitch, see what the pitcher's got on that day. The 0-2 pitch from Rizzo is swung on and missed. He got Stelt swinging for the first out. That brings up Connor Lash. Lash hasn't had the start that he would have liked coming back to Sheboygan. It can be difficult going from that metal bat to the wood bat. Sometimes it takes that couple of days, couple of weeks to adjust. Pitch to him is taken outside. But for how good he was last year, we know that he can hit with the wood bat. And for what he did with Concordia, hitting just under 400, we know he's a qualified hitter to make some damage in the Wisconsin State League. 1-0 pitch is hit on the ground softly to Hunsinger. Flips to second for 1. The throw to first is offline, and Lash will reach on a fielder's. It looks like some West Allis Nationals are arguing that maybe Hanselman got in the way of the throw or something along those lines. For the moment, Hudson Wagner will be at the plate. Umpires still discussing right about at the mound. And they're calling him safe at first, despite the arguing from the Nationals' middle infield. So Wagner will get a chance to hit. And what a season he's starting to have. He came on the scene late, recovering from an injury, but he's been a great addition to the everyday lineup for Sheboygan. Hitting .278 coming in, 6 RBIs. First pitch is taken high. Hitting .260 versus right-handers this season. Interesting thing about Hudson, he's yet to draw a walk in his 54 at-bats. As that one's taken outside. For as good of a hitter as he's been very aggressive. Runner on third is Ames. Lash is at first. Chance for Sheboygan to tie it up, take the lead in this first. Another one outside, and maybe that first walk will come in his 55th at-bat. 3-0 on Wagner. See if Rizzo tries to challenge him. You'd have to assume. And that one is in there for a strike on the inside corner. 3-1 now on Wagner. Two outs in the first inning. Runners on the corners for Wagner. And he takes that one inside, and the ball gets away. Ames is on his way home, and he's going to score. Heads up play by Alex Ames, realizing the ball got away to tie this ball game up at 1. Wagner draws his first walk of the season, and Ames scores on the wild pitch. And that brings up Jimmy Jurgensen. Jurgensen comes in 3:07. Cooled down just a touch after his incredibly hot start as he swings and misses at that one. 307 OPS over 900. And he's second on the team in both homers and RBIs. Yeah, perfect time for him to blast one now. Swing and miss that time. Rizzo's got a good fastball. Blowing to pass a couple of Sheboygan hitters in this first inning. Throwing a lot of pitches though. A lot of base runners. See if Sheboygan can take the lead here as Jurgensen hits one softly to left field, chasing after his left fielder Carter. It's going to get down. On his way home is Lash. Rounding third and on his way home is Wagner. The throw in will be late. An RBI double for Jimmy Jurgensen gives Sheboygan the lead in the first. Opposite field double just down the line for Jurgensen. That's his 7th double of the season. That's a huge one for the A's. And I'll bring up Nick Tenney. Rizzo after a strong start. I shouldn't say even that. As that one's hit right at him. And he'll take it himself to first base. Oh, and he'll flip it anyway to retire Tenney. But not before he gives up 3 runs on a Jimmy Jurgensen 2 RBI double to give Sheboygan a 3-1 lead as we head to the top of the second inning. 3-1 A's.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Eric Schmitz now pitching with the lead in the second inning after Sheboygan put up a 3-spot courtesy of the Jimmy Jurgensen 2 RBI double. And now lead this game 3-1. Dalton Madsen will step in to lead off this second inning. Schmitz, the first pitch to Madsen is just outside. Madsen comes in hitting 269. He's got a double and a homer. As he hits that one softly at Lemons. And it gets under his glove, and reaching first will be Madsen on the E6. Both teams now have an error by a middle infielder. And that'll bring up Jason Randolph. Randolph hit with a runner on first. Madsen just reached on the air as that pitch is outside. Randolph coming in a very respectable 300, right on the nose, with a double and 2 RBIs. Pitch to him is hitting the air right side and onto New Jersey Avenue, off a car and onto New Jersey Avenue. 1-1 pitch to Randolph. That one's low. Lash keeps it close. No movement on first from Madsen. Randolph is a 2026 high school graduate of Wauwatosa West. Fishing out his high school year, hitting right to the college ball. That one's in there for a strike. Evens it up at 2-2 on Randolph. Very conservative lead at first for Madsen, as that one's just missed inside. Count runs full. Schmitz trying to get the first out of the inning on the 8-hole hitter, Randolph. Pitch to him is right in there. Call it strike 3, and Randolph knew it. He started heading to the dugout before the umpire made the call. First man down in the innings, the third baseman, Randolph. I'll bring up Caleb Zabielski. Zabielski is in a bit of a rut right now. He's 0 for his last 14 at the plate. Sheboygan trying to make it 0 for his last 15 in this at-bat, as he swings and misses at that one. His average sat at over 300 just a few games ago, and now it sits at 237. Best time to catch him as he takes that one in there for a strike. Does come in with 7 walks and 4 RBIs, so he's still finding his way on base. The 0-2 pitch is hit on the ground softly to short. Lemons flips to second for 1. The throw to first is not in time. It's a slow developing play and a slowly hit ground ball. Sheboygan gets the 1 out. Now just one more need to get out of this inning. Cameron Carter will hit. He led off this game with a single. Just an inning to go. Carter's another one of these Division I commits on this West Allis team. Is that one in the dirt, but nice block that time by Lash. Committed to the University of Illinois Chicago, or UIC, to play baseball next season. The 1-0 pitch is high. Quick 2-0 count. Even when Schmitz has found himself down in the count, he hasn't allowed anyone to escape from him. He always finds his way to work back in it, not give away that free base. That one hit foul by Carter. Carter's in left field tonight. He's already had some work, with Jimmy Jurgensen's double hit right towards him. Two 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Good spot by Schmitz. Evens it up at 2-2. Perfect example of Schmitz working back in the count. Started down 2-0, and all of a sudden you look up, and Carter's got 2 strikes on him. Breaking ball hits softly down the right field line. It will be foul. Just foul. Very difficult to see that line in right field. Home plate umpire made the call. It was foul. Looked to be foul, but it was very close. Count remains 2-2 on the leadoff hitter, Carter. Mattson still at first. He reached on air to lead off this second inning. He's been stranded there so far. After a strikeout, I should say that is Zabielski at first. As Zabielski on the move, but ball hits softly on the ground. Now Lemons at short. A throw to first is in time. And after a leadoff error, Schmitz retires the next 3 and gets out of the top of the second inning without any damage. 3-1 Sheboygan as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Rizzo ready to pitch for the bottom of the second inning. He'll have to face 8, 9, and 1 in the Sheboygan order if they got 3 runs off of him in the bottom of the first inning. Lucas Lemons, George Haas, and then Alex Ames, leadoff hitter. A 3-2 up against Rizzo. Sheboygan got the first 2 on base in the first inning, put pressure on Rizzo, and were able to push 3 runs across. See if they can add on. Never going to have enough runs, especially in a league game like this. Lemon's about ready to step up to the plate. Lemons comes in hitting .250. He's a guy that's an on-base machine, much like Alex Ames. He's got 20 official at-bats and 9 walks. Completely opposite of what Hudson Wagner's doing. As that one's in there for a strike on Lemons. Hasn't seen too much action. A lot of depth in that middle infield for Sheboygan, especially with Riley Palmquist, and George Haas has pretty much been the everyday second baseman or shortstop when Palmquist isn't available. As that one is hit, foul territory right side, going after the second baseman Huntsinger, and he makes the catch for the first out. And the second inning's a little different than the first already, with the leadoff batter retired for Rizzo on the mound. And that brings up George Haas. Haas's numbers definitely not where he wants them to be, but if you've watched him the past few games, he's a different player. He's hitting the ball a lot harder, and he's got more quality at-bats. As that one taken outside. He is the team leader in stolen bases with 11, and he's second on the team in walks with 11. Get that average up, and he becomes a very complete player as that one's outside. Seen a lot of action this year, playing nearly every day. Whether it be at second or short, we've even seen him in the outfield a few times. 2-0 pitch to him is taken in there for a strike. Rizzo ready for the 2-1. That one's in there, and back-to-back strikes on Haas. Rizzo's a quick worker. Gets on the mound and gets ready to go. Not much wasting around for the Nationals pitcher. Pitch to Haas is low. Count runs full. George loves playing that middle infield. Get him a chance to show off his arm. He's been there a lot this season. 3-2 pitch to him is hit in the air in the shallow right field, and over and making the catch is Argersinger for the second out. Brings up Alex Ames. Alex Ames reached on an error, hit it softly to Huntsinger at second base and couldn't come up with it over there. Allowed Ames to get on first. He eventually came around and scored on a wild pitch. As that one's hit sharply to center field, and it'll drop in front of the center fielder. Zabilski for a base hit for Ames. Sheboygan attacking the Nationals pitcher Rizzo. And not the man you want to see up if you're Rizzo. Chase Hanselman. 13 for his last 23. He's got 14 hits in his last 8 games. After nearly 2 hits a game. His hit streak now extended to 10 games after that leadoff single in the first inning. I should say, the single in the first inning. Ames was the one who led off. As that one taken low on Hanselman. Before this streak, Hanselman had just 1 RBI, and it was on his own home run. But now he sits at 7 RBIs. As he takes that one low. And when you're hitting the ball well, everything just seems to come together. The plate discipline, the hard hit contact rate, the barrel rate, everything. The ball looks bigger. Everything going that way for Hanselman at the plate right now. So that one hit the third base and throw over second in time to retire the side. But Sheboygan gets a hit, but doesn't do anything with it. 3-1 Sheboygan as we go to the top of the third.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Eric Schmitz has got the heart of the order due up for West Allis. Huntsinger, Coe, and Argersinger, 2, 3, and 4 for the Nationals. Gave up 3 hits in that first inning, but the second inning looked a whole lot cleaner. Faced the minimum despite having, I shouldn't say, faced 4 batters. Retired the last 3 after a leadoff error. Should have faced the minimum, but a leadoff error allowed Matson the reach. Huntsinger feels like he's coming out of that slump. Start, as we mentioned, 1 for 24 at the plate. And after a double, and we mentioned his last 4 games, he was 3 for 8, so now he's hitting .444 in his last 5 games. More consistent at bats for him. Former back-to-back MVP award winner in the Wisconsin State League. Schmitz is ready to face it for a second time in this 3rd inning. First pitch is hit in the air. Right center field, Ames is chasing after it. So is Hanselman, and Ames will make the running catch. What ground Alex Ames covers on that play to make that catch on Hartsinger for the first out of the 3rd inning. I'll bring up Rob Coe. Coe reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning. Brought the run in from first. That was that awkward play with Lemons. Fielding throw to 3rd to get Huntsinger. As that one's low. That play by Lemons could be a monumental play in this game, saving Sheboygan a run. As that one's in there for a strike. Argersinger's single would have for sure brought home Huntsinger from second. As that one's hit sharply down the left field line and just foul. That could have been extra bases, would have been extra bases off the bat of Coe. But instead it's just a loud strike. Two and two on the 3-hole hitter in the Nationals lineup. Is hit on the ground a second. Haas is there. Fields and throws the first in time to get Coe for the second out. Two quick outs here in the 3rd for Schmitz on the mound. And I'll have to see Argersinger. Argersinger is 1 for 1, worked a long at bat. Ended off with the single. The 3rd hit of that 1st inning. Pitch to him is low. It's 1-0. Pitch from Schmitz is low again. Schmitz seems to struggle in that 1st inning. Then 2nd through however long he goes, he seems to settle in, work a long retired in a row streak. Seems to happen every time he pitches. As that one line to right center field, that's going to get down for extra bases. Argersinger rounds first. He's on his way to second base. Hanselman's throw in will be nowhere near close. And a 2-out double for Nick Argersinger. Puts a runner in a scoring position for the Nationals in the 3rd. There's up Max Montgomery. One of the 2 strikeouts for Schmitz today. Montgomery's got a chance to cut this lead in half. He could put one in the outfield. And that one's in there for a strike. Montgomery struck out on a good breaking ball from Schmitz in the 1st to end that 1st inning. Or the 2nd out of that 1st inning. As that one's low. It's 1-1 now on the DH. Pitch pops up in the shallow center field. Ames is under it, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the 3rd inning. And again, no damage done by the Nationals. 3-1 Sheboygan as we go to the bottom of the third.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Zach Rizzo's got his work cut out for him the third inning. 3, 4, and 5 for Sheboygan. Stout, Lash, and Wagner. He retired 2 of the 3 his first time around the order. 3 runs doesn't feel like any sort of safe in the Wisconsin State League game against a top-tier opponent, or really any Wisconsin State League game. We've even seen games against the Asset Braves where they've come back on Sheboygan. Stout about ready to get this third inning started. This game is a battle of the 2 teams that have lost to Addison, as its 2 wins have come against Sheboygan and West Allis. Rizzo works quickly, but he sure takes a long time in between innings, it feels like. Here he's still waiting to get it started. Stelton mentioned came in with a .423 batting average. It's gone down slightly after a strikeout in the first inning. Rizzo got the best of him for sure. You don't see Harry strike out in 3 to 4 pitches very often, much less strike out. See if he can have better success against the right-hander this time. Pitch to Steld is right through there for a strike, and he's challenging the A's superstar tonight. Oh, 0-1 to Harry is low. 1-1 on Stelt. Harry's coming off a 3-hit day against Kewaskum. Obviously, we don't have stats for the championship at WABC, so maybe he had another 3-hit day. We don't know. We do know that Sheboygan lost in that championship game 8-7 to the Hartford Hawks. Finished that WABC with a 3-2 record. And both their losses came in extra innings, one to the Beavers and then to the Hartford Hawks. But Sheboygan did win a Newble game in that semifinal, the game that got canceled versus Kewaskum, then counted for Newble in that semifinal of the WABC. 3-1 pitch to Harry is taken low for ball 4. Leadoff base runner on for Sheboygan in the third. The A's took the lead in the 9th inning. 7-6 of that WABC championship before falling, getting up 2 spot in the bottom half of the 9th that allowed the Hawks to walk it off. That'll bring up Connor Lash. First pitch taken low. Lash is 0 for 1. Reached out fielder's choice, has scored on that fielder's choice. That one's taken low, it gets away, and Stelt's going to be in at second base. A couple times now the ball has gone past Matson. Both times have allowed the runners to advance. Ames scored on one of those wild pitches, and then Stout now advances to second base. 2-0 and 6 in a row outside the zone for Rizzo right now after a strike right down the middle. Start here, he's at bat, as that one's makes it ball 7 outside. Three and 0 on Lash. You have to think with the command struggles of the past two hitters that he's taken all the way here. Pitch from Rizzo is right through there for a strike. Locked it back in on 3-0. See if he can work himself back in this count against the A's cleanup hitter. The pitch is popped up in the shallow center field. Under it is Zabielski, and he'll make the catch for the first out. And that will bring up Hudson Wagner. Wagner drew his first walk of 2026 back in the first inning. He came around and scored on the Jimmy Jurgensen double. And he's got a runner in scoring position once again. That one's taken high on Wagner. Hudson, as we mentioned, is having a really great season. Now hitting over 280 after their near 280, 278. That one's taken low. His on-base percentage continues to rise after drawing that walk in the first inning. And now Matson's out to chat with Rizzo after his command has been an issue in this inning. Five-pitch walk to Stout, then started Lash off 3-0 before pumping in two strikes, and now two straight balls to Wagner. Very inconsistent start to this third inning for Rizzo. See if the mound visit from his catcher Matson helps calm him down at all, or just helps him lock it back in. 2-0 on Wagner. See if he's swinging away here. Stelt's on at second, and he does swing away. Hits that one deep to center field. Zabielski continuing to go back to the wall. It's off the wall. Stelt's around third, and he's on his way home. Wagner's in at second. The throw home is late. An RBI double for Hudson Wagner gives the A's a 3-run lead in the third. Wagner used that wind to his advantage, hitting it off the base of the wall in right center field, and gets an RBI to go along with it. Now Jurgensen, the man with the other double in this game, is up to the plate. And first pitch after the mound visit, Rizzo does throw a strike, but too good of a strike for the hitter to pass up. Jurgensen takes one inside, it looked, but on that corner, according to the home plate umpire. So 1 on Jurgensen, runner on second. Wagner just brought in Stout from second with an RBI double. Still one out in this third inning. Sheboygan looking to continue to add on. Jurgensen takes it low. 1-1. Each team with 4 hits after Wagner's double. Breaking ball, a good pitch right in there on Jurgensen. Jurgensen trying to extend the advantage for the A's. As he hits that one softly to first, it does stay fair. It's off the glove of the first base. It's on its way to first just in time to get Jurgensen. Coe nearly committed the second error for West Allis, but able to step on the bag just in time to get Jurgensen. Moves Wagner over to third on the play. Nick Tenney will be the one that tries to bring him in. Be a big out for Rizzo to get. Pitch to Tenney. Inside. 1-0 on him. Tenney hit it right back at Rizzo in the first inning. The 1-0 to him is taken there for a strike. That breaking ball has been looking better ever since that mound meeting. Better command of that pitch in the latter half of this third inning. Tenney thought about it, but takes 2-1. After a 3-run first, Sheboygan adds on in the third. See if they can make it a crooked number with Wagner standing at third base. As Tenney fouls it back. Looks like he thought he had won the hit. Two and two on Tenney. Big pitch for both Rizzo and Tenney, the hitter. Hits that one foul, and he stays alive again. Two and two, 2 outs on the A's left fielder. Runner on third base is Wagner. Again, Tenney fouls it off. Very good at bat for Nick. Tenney comes into this at bat with him 333 with runners in scoring position. He lines that one to left field for a base hit. He does extend the lead with an RBI single, 5-1 Sheboygan. Sheboygan pouring it on early in a huge game to help decide the winner of the state league. Still early, we're about halfway through the schedule, more than halfway through the schedule. Sheboygan's playing some teams that are right next to them on that leaderboard. Throw over to first is not in time to get Tenney. See if Tenney's in motion with 2 outs. Pitch to him is outside. Lemons takes it there. Rizzo looking in, trying to get out of this third inning. That's been a struggle early on for him. And Lemons went around. It's 1-1. Lemons led off the second inning with the pop-up to Huntsinger in foul territory. Trying to hit the ball harder his second time up. Outside again on Lemons. That's 2-1. Lemons came in hitting 250. 263 versus right-handed pitchers. The 2-1 pitch is outside. It's 3-1. All 3 misses have been on that outside part of the plate. It's like Rizzo's trying to hit a spot and he's just missing it. Hitters count on the A's shortstop. See how aggressive he is. Three-one is foul back. Fills up the count. And a payoff pitch awaiting for Rizzo. Sheboygan now with 5 hits, and we're not through 3 innings yet. It's important for them to take the first game of this 3-game series. 3-2 pitch is fouled off again, and Rizzo just can't seem to put away the A's hitters in this 3rd inning. A lot of long at-bats. Tenney really worked the count, as well as Wagner, who then hit the ball hard off of him after that mound meeting. The pitch is hit foul again. And continuing to stay alive is Lemons. 60 pitches for the Nationals pitcher. You know, it seemed like West Allis has depth. As Lemons takes it low and he draws the walk. Walk number 10 for Lemons. Mentioned in the beginning, he finds ways on base, and he did there. And that'll bring up George Haas in a big situation, a situation he has thrived in over the past week. 2 outs and an RBI opportunity. He did it twice over the weekend. First pitch to Haas is hit in the air, right field, and under it, and making the catch is Argersinger to get out of the inning, but not before Sheboygan puts up 2 more. It's 5-1 A's as we go to the 4th.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Top of the 4th, ready to get started. 6, 7, and 8 due up for West Allis. Trey Kirchhoff, the Purdue commit's the one who's going to lead it off, followed by Dalton Madsen and Jason Randolph. Again, Schmitz has looked good ever since that first inning struggle. He's only getting 1 hit. As that one's taken high. Schmitz has only given up 1 hit in both the 2nd and 3rd inning. After he got up 3 in the 1st, as that one's fouled off. 1-1. We mentioned it, that Schmitz seems to struggle in that first inning, but after he finds whatever it is that he's missing, whether it be location, not throwing balls over the middle of the plate, or whatever, he locks it in as that one's hit to left. right in the tracks of Nick Tenney, taking a few steps back, but making the catch for the first out. Brings up Dalton Madsen. Madsen reached on an error in the second, led off that second inning. That ball's inside. The thing about West Allis is they hit the ball in the air a lot. They don't get a lot of extra base hits, but they hit the ball in the air a lot, which is very interesting. Nearly 50% of their balls in play are hit in the air, 48%. Well above average. That one's in there for a strike. A lot of their base hits are singles, as it is for most teams, but only 36 extra base hits and 391 at-bats for the team this season. A lot of contact hitters as swung on and missed by Madsen. A strikeout for Schmitz, number 3 on the day. Jason Randolph now hits. He's one of those 3 strikeout victims for Schmitz. That first pitch is right in there for a strike. Randolph's the third baseman tonight as he hits that one sharply. And it's going to drop in front of Hansman for a base hit. 5th hit of the day for the Nationals. Now bring up Zabielski. Now 0 for his last 15. We'll have a lot of chances for him to end that streak against these A's as they play each other today, tomorrow, and Thursday. The pitch right in there for a strike. Oh and 1 on the 9-hole hitter, Zabielski. Swung on and missed, gets past Lash. And over to second base is Randolph. Run scoring opportunity now for the 9-hole hitter, Zabielski. He's got 4 RBIs this season. Chance to cut into the Sheboygan lead. Long look in for Schmitz. Ready for the 0-2 pitch. And hits softly to short. Lemons, gonna be a tough play. Slips, and he had no play anyway. Deep in the hole. And it'll be a base hit for Zabielski. And that ends his 0 for 15. No advancement from Randolph, so it'll be runners on first and second with 2 outs for the Nationals. Brings up Cameron Carter. First pitch to Carter is outside. West Allis is out hitting Sheboygan 6-5, but they find themselves down 4 runs in the 4th inning. The pitch right in there for a strike for Schmitz. One and 1 on Carter. That one, he did not go according to the base umpire. Looked to be close from up here, but it's 2 and 1 on Carter. Cameron is 1 for 2 today. Had a leadoff single, and he scored the only run for West Allis. Pitch is fouled back. It's even up now at 2 and 2. 2-2, 2 outs. And Lash, quick meeting with Schmitz in between the plate and the mound. Now both return their respective positions. Chance for Schmitz to strand runners on first and second. 2-2 pitch is hit foul. Count remains at 2-2 on the left fielder, Carter. It's been a slow-moving game, only in the fourth inning, but Sheboygan has taken advantage of the pace. Pitch is hit in the air to center field, right in the tracks of Alex Ames, and he makes the catch. Nothing across for West Allis, despite stranding 2 runners. 5-1 Sheboygan as we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Top of the order due up for Sheboygan. 1, 2, and 3. Ames, Hanselman, and Stout take on Rizzo in the bottom of the fourth inning. Eric Schmidt stranded 2 runners. Came up empty at the top of the fourth. 6 hits and just 1 run for the Nationals. Scored that run in the first inning. Took a quick 1-0 lead before Sheboygan has now scored 5 unanswered runs. Got 2 of them in the third, courtesy of the Nick Tenney single and a Hudson Wagner double. Ames is ready to begin this fourth inning. Rizzo continues to finish up his warm-ups. Now Ames about ready to step in for the fourth. Alex is 1 for 2, but he's been on base both times. Reached on an error in the first before singling in the second. Mentioned Rizzo's pitch count was over 60 before he got out of that third inning. First pitch is inside on Ames. Alex, as we mentioned, like a lot of the Sheboygan A's players, has been hitting the ball really well recently. His average is now over 265. Oh, wow, that one had to hurt. And Ames gets hit by another pitch, make it 12 this season. As we mentioned, very well in first place in that category. Leadoff base runner on for Sheboygan. The next closest in hit by pitches is 4, Calvin Kiesler. The A's as a team have been hit by 30, 12 of which Or I should say 31 now after Ames got hit by that one. 12 of which have been from Alex Ames, so only 18 from every other player on the team. Hanselman steps in that pitch outside, and Ames going to have second base. And it just feels like it's unraveling for Rizzo on the mound. He hasn't been the same. He struggled in the first, seemed to figure it out in the second inning, but the third inning he got into a lot of trouble. He had 4 base runners in that third, but his command just wasn't there. Ames is at second, Hanselman at the plate. Nobody out in this fourth inning. The pitch is hit in the air, right center field. Under it, the right fielder, Ari Singer, he throws it to third, but it'll be well late to get Ames. And good base running taken up for Alex. And a runner on third with less than 2 outs. I'll bring up Harry Stelt. Stelt is 0 for 1. Walked his last time, walked and scored in the third. And the infield comes in for West Allis. And Harry hits it to right field. It will not stay fair. It'll get well foul out of the stadium foul. Middle infielders on the grass, as well as the first baseman. That one inside on Harry. Stelt saw a first pitch strike in his last at bat, then saw 4 consecutive balls. That one's inside, 2-1. 2-1 on Harry, trying to bring in another Sheboygan run. Bring the lead to 5. As he hits that one, and Ames will hold. Shortstop makes the throw over. Kirchhoff for the second out. And a big out for Rizzo to keep Ames at third base. Connor Lash. He's had 2 chances with runners in scoring position, and he's 0 for 2. Fielder's choice, then a fly out. Lash fouls it off. Two down in this fourth inning. Connor Lash trying to bring in Ames from third base. That one, line of center field. That's sending the center fielder back, and it's over his head. Lash is on his way to second base, and he'll be in there safely with an RBI double. It's 6-1 Sheboygan. Connor Lash got that much-needed big hit for Sheboygan. Been struggling to this point in the season, and that might be the end of the day for Rizzo. It has not been his night on the mound. Sheboygan has been all over the right-hander, and that will be the end of the night for him. New pitcher for West Allis, trying to weather the storm for the Nationals. Danny Belknap is the new pitcher, number 39. The right-hander will try to keep the Sheboygan lead where it is. Belknap comes in with 7 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 2 earned runs in that time. His I'll have to see Wagner, who doubled off of Rizzo. That brought in Stout. That was one of the RBI doubles in this game. There have been 3 of them. Jurgensen, Lash, and Wagner all have RBI doubles. 4, 5, and 6. Wind has died down in center. Pitch to Wagner is check, swing, foul. Good play by Ryan Fleisch, the first base coach. Pitch to Wagner is hit on the ground, and the shortstop, Kirchhoff, makes a throw, and it's high. Don't know if he would have had Wagner anyway. Give him a base hit. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Another hit for Hudson Wagner. He's 2 for 2. And brings up Jamie Jurgensen, who has one of those RBI doubles. Got the party started in the first. Could really blow this game open with his 5th home run of the season. Breaky ball's in there for a strike on Jimmy. A's lead at 6-1, but a chance to add on in this 4th. Already got 1 home. As an awkward swing by Jurgensen moves the count to 0-2. Got 1 home on the last double. He's the one at third. Wagner at first. Oscar on the foul line, Dominic by the dugout. 0-2. Jurgensen swings and misses. Belknap gets out of it without giving up any more damage on the scoreboard. Sheboygan gets 1 on the Connor Lash RBI double. 6-1 Sheboygan as we go to the 5th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Eric Schmitz has got an extra run to work with as he's ready to begin the fifth. He'll see 2, 3, and 4 once again in this West Allis lineup. Same group of hitters he saw back in the third inning. Huntsinger, Coe, and Argetsinger are the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Nationals. Sheboygan can hold on and win this game. It would be their 10th Wisconsin State League win of the season. They got just the man on the mound to get them to that finish line. These are 18 and 11 on this young season. I guess not young anymore as we're over halfway through it. So the pitch is in there for a strike. This is Sheboygan's 30th game of the season. That one's hit on the ground sharply to third. Wagner fields and throws to first in plenty of time to retire Huntsinger for the first out of the fifth. Always good to get the leadoff hitter. Always good to get the two-time MVP as well. Lead off that inning. That's exactly what Schmitz does in this fifth. Rob Coe now. Coe is 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and also a ground out. Pitch is in there for a strike. A lot of hitting going on as we near the halfway point of this game. That one's low. 13 hits between the two teams. Sheboygan's been a team that's been able to push the runs across. The 1-1 is fouled off by Coe. And it's 1 and 2 on him. Coe is at first base. The 1-2 is taken high. Sheboygan's only come up empty in the second inning, otherwise they've scored in the other 3 frames. And that one swung on and missed. The 4th strikeout for Schmitz comes at the hands of Rob Coe for the second out of the 5th inning. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter and the toughest out tonight for West Allis, Nick Argersinger. He's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He's got the 2 easiest parts of the cycle completed already as he takes that one low. Argersinger is also one of their best hitters on the season as he came in hitting over 400. That's why he's hitting cleanup as that one's taken low. 2-0. Argersinger's got 9 RBIs. And now 3 doubles after he doubled in the 3rd inning. The 2-0 pitch to him is low and maybe a little inside. 3-0. The pitch from Schmitz is high. Seemed like the zone tightened up a little bit on Argersinger, but he draws a 4-pitch walk. And it won't be a 3-up, 3-down 5th for Schmitz. We'll have to see another hitter. It'll be Max Montgomery.
Number 99, Max Montgomery.
Montgomery is 0 for 2. He's got a strikeout and a fly out to center field. As he fouls that one off. Montgomery rocks 99. It's 0-1 from Schmitz to Montgomery. Breaky ball rides high, and it's even that now at 1-1. Montgomery came in with double-digit RBIs and hitting over 300. That one's in there for a strike. 1-2. He had 3 two-hit games this season. It's going to be difficult for him to accomplish that a 4th time in tonight's game. Pitch is high, and it's even at 2-2. 2 homers, 4 doubles to go along with that gaudy OPS. That one's hit to left field. Chasing after it. Tenney is going to run out of room, and it'll land in the A's bullpen. And the count stays at 2-2. A loud strike for Montgomery. Trying to keep this 5th inning alive for his Nationals offense. Two and two, 2 outs on the 5-hole hitter for West Allis. Hits that one, foul territory. Stout will have plenty of room. And he makes the catch for the 3rd out. And it's 6-1 Sheboygan as we hit the halfway point in this game.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Belknap got the last out of the 4th inning, escaped the jam, and he'll be back out there for this 5th. As offense has got a lot of work to do. While the A's offense is trying to put the Nationals in a deeper hole. Nick Tenney will be the one due up. It'll be 7, 8, 9 for Sheboygan. Tenney, Lemons, and Haas. First pitch to Nick. And that one, it fouled off the knob. Looks to be almost another hit by pitch from Nationals pitching. But it's just a strike. As Tenney takes it low and inside, it's 1-1. A's holding that 6-1 lead in the 5th. Been all over the Nationals after West Allis took a 1-0 lead in the 1st as Tenney lines one to right field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. The 8th of the day for Sheboygan, and the 2nd of the day for Nick Tenney. Doesn't seem to matter who's on the mound for the Nationals. The A's bats are smoking hot. Lucas Lemons now at the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk. His 10th walk of the season. And limited action. He's just been finding ways on base. Shows bunt, gets it down, and that'll be a sacrifice. The thrower to first from Belknap's in time, but advances Tenney to second base, so give Lemons a sacrifice. And I'll bring up George Haas. Haas is the only Sheboygan A not to reach base tonight. See if he could change that in his 3rd time at the dish. He's got a runner on second base. Another chance for Sheboygan to add even more insurance, as that one's taken in there for a strike. 8 hits for the A's. One of them coming in this inning off the bat, Nick Tenney. He's the one who stands at second base. Pitch is hit softly on the ground to second. Huntsinger fields it, throws to first to get Haas. Tenney advances to third. Man at third base for the leadoff hitter, Alex Ames. Ames is 1 for 2, and guess what? He got hit by a pitch. He's been on base all 3 times, all of a different variety. An error, a single, and then a hit by pitch. That one's taken outside. Sheboygan has scored in each of the last 2 innings, and 3 of the 4 so far. Pitch, Ames pops it up, foul territory, and out of play. 1-1 on Alex. If Alex stays a couple more years, he could work his way to the all-time lead position in the hit by pitch category, as he takes that one in there for a strike. This always seems to be a target. Just some players, maybe it's the way they stand close to the plate, the way they push their elbow out if they see it come close. Whatever, there's just always some players that find a way to hit by more pitches. As that one's low, it's 2-2. Ames is one of those players. Tenney's on at third. 2 outs in this 5th inning. Ames fouls it back, stays alive, keeps it at 2-2. Belknap trying to work out of another jam, another chance where he's had pressure and traffic on the bases. Ames hits it softly to short. It's going to be a tough play, and it's bobbled. And another run will score for Sheboygan. It's 7-1 A's. And give an E5 on Randolph. 2 times Ames has reached on an error. Both of the errors by West Allis have been with Ames at the plate. And Chase Hanselman now up. He's 1 for 3. Extended that hit streak to 10 games. Hasn't just been a hit streak. Feels like it's been a multi-hit streak. Feels like he's getting multiple hits every game he's been playing over the past few weeks. One and 0 on Chase. Ames is on the move to second. The throw down is offline, and Ames will be in there safely. Throw was on the third base side of second base. And that made it very difficult for Huntsinger to apply the tag to Ames. Would have been tough even if it was online. 2-0 on Chase. Pitch is hit foul. 2-1 now on Hanselman. Mentioned the A's currently are first place in the Wisconsin State League, playing the third place West Allis Nationals, who sit just a game back. It's very tight at the top. No room for error. It'll be a big win for the A's as Hanselman takes it high. Be a big win for the A's if they can hold on here. And you'd hope they could with a 6-run lead, but you never know in the game of baseball. Ames is at second base. 2 outs in the 5th inning. Again, Sheboygan trying to put more runs on the board as Ames on his way to third. The throw down nearly got away. Randolph kept it in front, and Hanselman draws the walk as well. A lose-lose situation there for West Allis. 2 stolen bases for Alex Ames. And he now takes the lead in that category, passes George Haas. And Harry Stelt on with 2 runners on. Stelt is 0 for 2 today. He has drawn a walk. Stelt takes the first pitch strike. And if Stelt were to lift one over the fence, it would get very questionable for West Allis. With the run rule would be a possibility, as that one's in there for a strike. Big out to get for Belknap on the mound. He ended the 4th inning with runners stranded on the corners. He's got a chance to do it here again in the 5th. Just allowing a single tally. Pitch to Stelt. Breaky ball missed high, just missed. Belknap thought he was out of the inning. He's going to have to make another pitch if he wants to head to the dugout. 1-2 on Stelt. Harry fouls it back. Sheboygan with 7 runs already on the board, and they're trying to get greedy here in the 5th. Belknap looks in for the 1-2 pitch to Stelt. Harry pops it up, foul territory going after it, and running out of room is Coe on first. Hits off the roof of the Nationals dugout. And still 1-2 on Harry. Ames is at third, Hanselman is on at first. A's are ready with 1 run home in the inning. Stelt takes it high. Hanselman on the move. The throw back to Ames. And he's back in there safely at third. It was close play. Dangerous throw by the catcher, Madsen. If that had gotten away, Ames would have for sure scored. But now 2 runners in scoring position for Stelt. Count is at 2-2. This is where Harry is at his best. Pitch from Belknap, and Harry hits it to left center field. It's in the gap, but it's caught. What a catch by Zabielski in center to save 2 runs. Wow, what a robbery that was by the center fielder for the Nationals. And it's 7-1 Sheboygan as we go to the 6th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Top of the 6th inning, 7-1 Sheboygan. Schmitz has got some room to work as we're past the halfway point. He's just looking to hold on, not let this pesky West Allis Nationals team claw their way back. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Nationals. Kirchhoff, Madsen, and Randolph. And Schmitz, the first pitch of the 6th, is hit on the ground foul down the third base line. While Allis hasn't had an issue getting runners on base, they've had a runner on in every inning, but have only put one across in the first. One and one on Kirchhoff. It's a line down the left field line, foul. Just missed the chalk. And thankful for the A's, it was on the left side of that chalk. And it's 1 and 2 on Kirchhoff. One and 2. And that one is hit. Foul territory right side and foul. One and 2 on Kirchhoff, the leadoff hitter of the 6th inning. Schmitz tried to put him away. Pitch is swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Schmitz. It's number 5. He gets Kirchhoff swinging. Schmitz has had 5 strikeouts, all in separate innings. 5 out of the 6 innings have contained an Eric Schmitz K. The only one that didn't was the 3rd. Now brings up Dalton Madsen. Pitch is in there for a strike. Madsen, the catcher in tonight's game. He's 0 for 2, but he did reach base on an error back in the 2nd. Check swing, but he went around. 0-2 on him. Madsen came and hit .269. Last played college baseball in 2024 for Horizon League Purdue Fort Wayne. The 0-2 pitch from Schmitz just missed on Madsen. Sheboygan continues to add on offense, and each time Allis comes to the plate, they're in a deeper hole. Swung on and missed. Great breaking ball by Schmitz, and the first 2 go down swinging in the 6th. Strikeout number 6 for Schmitz. Brings off Jason Randolph. Randolph had that error That allowed Ames to reach base. That allowed Tenney to score. Randolph hits it sharply to second base. Haas fields and throws in time. The first 3 up, 3 down inning of the day comes in the 6th. 7-1 Sheboygan as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Here for the bottom of the 6th inning, Belknap still out there for the West Dallas Nationals. As you know, Marty is not with me today. It's a solo job for me. He's out on a group outing on the Budweiser party deck with some of his friends, and he was the one who just did the trivia question. His question was, how many seasons did Brad Reinflesch strike out 90 or more batters? And he guessed 7, and that was not right. So anytime he tries to clown somebody about getting the trivia question wrong, he is 0 for 1. Oh, I will. But back to baseball on the field. 4, 5, and 6 2 up for Sheboygan. Lash, Wagner, and Jurgensen in the 6th inning. Huh? (7-1) Sheboygan in the 6th. A's have been in control ever since the first inning concluded. They've continued to add on. And Lash lines it in the right field, but right there is Argensinger, and he makes the catch for the first out. And bring up Hudson Wagner. Wagner is 2 for 2, and he's been on base all 3 times. Talk about how hot Chase Hanselman has been, but Wagner has been right up there with him for now a long period of time. As he hits one to right field, Argensinger is really getting a workout in this 6th inning, and he makes the catch for the second out. Brings up Jimmy Jurgensen. Jimmy is 1 for 3. It'll be his first at bat without a runner in scoring position today. Coming into this inning, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters had all hit with the runner at second base or third base in every single at bat. As Jurgensen swings and misses, there has been constant traffic on the bases that the Nationals defense has had to deal with. 0-1 for Jurgensen. He takes a strike, a low strike, and you can tell Jurgensen does not agree with that call. But you get 3 for a reason. See if you can get some revenge. Jimmy hits it foul. Heavy hack that time from the DH. The A's have scored in 4 out of the 5 innings so far, in danger of making that 4 out of 6. With 2 outs quickly in the 6th as he hits that one sharply, but foul down the first base line. It's still 0-2. They've got 8 hits for their 7 runs. And their pitching staff, led by Eric Schmitz, has put up 5 consecutive zeros. Jorgensen takes it outside. It's 1-2 now on him. It's been a dominant performance so far from the A's, playing some top-end talent in a Wisconsin State League. And they've proven that they belong at the podium right now. It's a West Allis team that came in averaging 6.5 runs per game. They're stuck at 1. We're getting deep into this game. 2-2 pitch is check swing. Wow, how did he make contact with that one? But he stays alive. That just shows you the strength that Jorgensen has. Two and two to Jimmy. And he fouls off, he stays alive again. Jorgensen hit one of the furthest home runs ever at Wildwood Park in the WABC. Hit it over the scoreboard in right field against the Chicago Rockies. When he hits them, as they say, they stay hit. 2-2 is fouled off again. A great at-bat for Jorgensen. Continues to stay alive. Doesn't want the A's to end their 3-inning-in-a-row scoring streak. Two and two to Jorgensen with 2 outs. Belknap trying to put him away. And again, he fouls it off. That one a little bit more painful as he fouled it off himself. And absolutely quality at bat for Jimmy Jorgensen, even if it doesn't result in him being on base. And it won't, as he strikes out looking to end the 6th inning. West Allis puts up a 0 for just the 2nd time today, and it's 7-1 Sheboygan as we're now into the 7th inning.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract. Brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow. Raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Eric Schmitz is done after 6 innings. 6 masterful innings, allowing just 1 run that came in the first and then 5 shutout innings after that. 6 strikeouts, as well on that line to just 1 walk. They give up 6 hits, but didn't allow it to hurt them. And the new pitcher in for the A's is Joe Richardson, making his A's debut. And the 3 that he will start it off against are the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. First pitch, shown bunt. Lash, jump throw, and it's over the head of Stout. Interference called. And there will be an out on the play. It was a bunt. Lash got to it, made a jump throw, nearly made the play. Went right off the top of the Stout's glove, but works for an out for Sheboygan anyway. Cameron Carter, the leadoff hitter. Carter's 1 for 3. Weird way for Richardson to begin his A's career. On an interference bunt. Richardson's a left-hander. Don't have too many left-handers for Sheboygan. Jude Ackert's another one of them. Also first-year players. That one hit sharply to first base off the glove of Stout. The flip, and he's in time. And 2 consecutive outs to begin the career for Joe Richardson. And it has not been smooth sailing for those 2 outs, but 2 outs are 2 outs. Great job of feeling the position for Richardson. Brian Huntsinger comes to the plate. Breaky ball right in there. Huntsinger's 1 for 3. He's got a double. Came in with a very disappointing average for his standards and for any hitter's standards, as that one is high. Guy who hits the ball in the air a lot and makes a lot of contact. As that one's low. 93% contact rate is considered elite, and that is what Huntsinger carries. Mentioned just the 2 strikeouts coming into this game. The pitch is high. It's 3-1. Richardson got the first 2 outs fairly quickly. Got his first out on the first pitch. 3-1 on Huntsinger. Pitch is hit in the right field, but Hanselman's under it, and he makes the catch, and a 3-up, 3-down start to his A's career for Joe Richardson. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 7-1 Sheboygan.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Bottom of the 7th inning, 7-1 Sheboygan. Joe Richardson threw his first career Sheboygan A's inning and his first career 3-up, 3-down inning as a member of the A's. Checking all the boxes in the 7th. And Belknap's still out there for West Allis, and he'll have to see 7, 8, 9 for Sheboygan, Tenney, Lemons, and Haas. Sheboygan, as we mentioned many times throughout this game, have been in control through the first 6.5 innings. Just 6 more defensive outs for them to get to come out victorious.
Leading off the bottom half of the 7th for the A's, left fielder, number 16, Nick Tenney.
First pitch to Tenney is low. It's 1-0. Tenney takes it outside, 2-0. Tenney's 2 for 3. He's got an RBI single, and he also scored on his single later. In the 5th, hits that one softly to short. Kirchhoff fields and throws, and just in time to get Tenney for the first out of the 7th. Great play by Kirchhoff at short, and that brings up Lucas Lemons.
Shortstop, number 24, Lucas Lemons.
Lemons is 0 for 2, or I should say 0 for 1. He does have a sacrifice bunt to his name. He did walk back in the 3rd. And Lemons hits it sharply but foul down the 3rd base line. Lemons is known for his plate discipline. Very good eye at the plate, draws a lot of walks as he pops that one up. And Huntsinger is under it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. 2 quick outs for Belknap on the mound. We'll bring up George Haas.
Brings up the 2nd baseman, number 3, George Haas.
George Haas is 0 for 3 tonight. He's been a guy who's hit the ball hard a lot recently, and it's turned into a lot more hits for him. Steadily bringing that average up. He's brought up nearly 100 points in the past 2 weeks, as that one's taken outside. The pitch to Haas is hit softly right at the 2nd baseman Huntsinger, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning, and 8 retired in a row for Belknap, and it's 7-1 Sheboygan. As we go to the 8th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
You know well I will take you home. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Joe Richardson back out there for his 2nd inning of work. Looked very strong in his 1st inning as a member of the A's. Went 3-up, 3-down, threw a lot of strikes. It's exactly what you want in a 6-run game. 6 defensive outs left for the A's to get their 10th Wisconsin State League win. Rob Coe is the hitter. He'll lead it off in this 8th inning. 3, 4, and 5 due up for West Allis, Coe, Argensinger, and Montgomery. Pitch is taken high on Coe. Rob is 0 for 3. I'll just say it. Yeah. 2-0 on Coe. Richardson threw a lot of strikes. Was really around the zone in his first inning of work. Hopefully it stays like that. Don't want to be walking hitters with a large advantage, especially against a team who we know is better than what they've shown tonight in the Nationals. 3-0 on Coe. And right in there for a strike. Can also be tough for hitters to adjust to left-handed pitcher after seeing a righty for the first 6 innings. And in this league, you don't see a lot of lefties. As that one swung on and missed. A lot of right-handed arms in the Wisconsin State League. Only one Sheboygan A has more than 10 at-bats versus a left-handed pitcher this year. As that one is fouled back off the netting. Count stays full. Ty Witek is in there, a catcher, replacing Connor Lash. Full count pitch is fouled off the glove of Witek. Couldn't hang on to it to complete the strikeout. Three and 2 on Coe. Richardson trying to set down his 4th batter in a row. And he will not. Draws the walk, brings up Nick Argensinger. Argensinger is 2 for 2 with the walk. It's been a tough out for A's pitching so far tonight. Hasn't been retired. Schmitz tried 3 times, couldn't do it. See if Richardson can get the lefty on lefty matchup to work in his favor. He starts it off right with the strike. Richardson, if he were to complete this game, would be recording a save, pitching 3 innings. Still a long way from that. And it throws a ball there. All you can ask is that he is around the zone. And we saw how effective he can be when he is. One is line to left field. That's going to be a base hit. And Argensinger is having quite the day tonight. And that'll bring up Max Montgomery. Montgomery is 0 for 3. Big spot for him. He's a good hitter for West Allis. Mentioned it. Over 320 coming in. 324 to be exact. Swing and a miss that time. Heavy hack by Montgomery. Trying to hit his 3rd home run of the season. Schmitz had 6 strikeouts in 5 separate innings. Richardson is yet to record his first. West Allis is just 1 hit behind Sheboygan when it comes to hits, but 6 behind when it comes to runs. 1-1 on Montgomery. That's a strike right on the inside corner. 1-2. Richardson's got himself in a little bit of a jam here in the 8th. He's got some room to work, but you don't want to give too much up, or it starts to become a save opportunity. That one fouled back by Montgomery. He's been able to work to 2 strikes. He hasn't been able to put away a hitter in the 8th yet. 1-2 pitch. And it's high. It's 2-2. It's definitely Moyer's plan for Richardson to go the distance. Don't want him to get in too much trouble. 2-2. And he got him looking. His first stage strikeout comes on Max Montgomery, and he got him looking. Big strikeout for Richardson to keep the runners where they are. And that brings up Trey Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff is 0 for 3. He was one of 6 Schmidt strikeouts. That one is high. Umpire pointing over and on the first base line. 1-0 on Kirchhoff, and he takes that one just low. It's 2-0 now. One down this 8th inning after Richardson struck out Montgomery. Sounds good, Bill. 2-0, that one's high, 3-0. And in danger of walking the bases loaded is Richardson. Command hasn't been as strong as it was in that 7th. The 3-0 is right in there for a strike. Trying to work back in this count in this 8th inning. Richardson walked with the leadoff hitter, then gave up a single to Argensinger, which was his 3rd of the night. 3rd hit of the night. 3-1 is high, and the bases are loaded of Nationals. Brings up Dalton Madsen. He'll have a big chance to cut into this deficit, and Tim Moyer's going out to the mound to chat with his pitcher. Only had to face 3 in the 7th. He's already had to face 4. And he's only recorded 1 out in the 8th. Just a quick chat from Moyer, probably trying to give him some words of encouragement. Tell him he's got this. There's a pathway out of this inning, a ground ball to Lemons, Haas, or Wagner. And the Nationals could come up empty once again. Dalton Madsen is the hitter. Probably telling Richardson as well, just throw strikes. Easier said than done, obviously, but he starts him off with 1 there. Oh, and 1 on Madsen. Pitch is swung on and missed, and a quick 0-2 count on the 7-hole hitter. Madsen's got 2 strikeouts. Richardson wants to make it a 3rd. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him swinging. 2nd strikeout of the inning for the 2nd out of the inning for Joe Richardson on the mound. And there's more of the light gets brighter at the end of the tunnel for Richardson as it brings up the 8-hole hitter, Jason Randolph. Two outs, bases loaded for Randolph. Pitch in there for a strike. Randolph is 1 for 3 with a single that came in the 4th. Big opportunity for him to cut into this deficit. Pitch swung on and missed. Richardson's found a new gear after that chat with Moyer. 0-2, 2 outs. Richardson's recorded his first and second A's strikeout in the 8th. Can he strike out the side? 0-2 is low. Good block by Witek. Keeps Coe at third. One and two now on Randolph. 2 down the pitch. Breaky ball low. Randolph not interested in chasing the breaky ball. 2-2, 2 outs. Richardson's come up empty the first 2 times with 2 strikes. How will try number 3 go for the A's pitcher? That one's hit in the air, shallow right field. In comes Hanselman. He's under and he makes the catch. Again, nothing comes across for West Allis. It's still 7-1 Sheboygan as we're through 7.5.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
One, 2, and 3 due up for Sheboygan. Alex Ames, Chase Hanselman, and Harry Stelt. Guess the pitcher who is hot in Belknap. He retired the last 7 in a row. First pitch to Ames is popped up. Well, let's stay fair. Randolph going over just off the warning track. Makes the catch in foul territory for the first out. Brings up Chase Hanselman, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Extended that hit streak to 10 games. In his first at bat. Hanselman reached on a walk in the 5th. Came in hitting over 380 after just 2 weeks ago. He was hitting 260. Meteoric rise for the A's right fielder. Not to mention he plays stellar defense out in right as well. He only plays right field because Alex Ames is the center fielder who's just as special defensively. As that one, take it for a strike, 1-1 on Hanselman. Mentioned he's now got 14 hits in his last 8 games. Pitch is inside. 2-1 on Chase. Averages over 540 in his last 8. Probably a little bit lower than that now. As that one's taken high. Even if he goes 2 for 4, his average in his last 8 games would go down. That is how hot he has been. 3-1 count on Hanselman. Is hit up the middle. Huntzinger's there. Tough play, and he makes it. Off his back foot, makes the throw over to first for the second out, and 9 retired in a row now by the West Allis pitcher. He's really weathered the storm. Sheboygan had scored in 4 of the first 5 innings. He came in, got out of the 4th, worked a dangerous 5th, and then after that it's been shut down pitching from the Nationals right-hander. Harry Stelz, he's 0 for 3. And he'll be 1 for 4 after that one. Lines in left field for a base hit. And ends that retired in a row streak by Belknap on the mound. The A's have a base runner in the 8th. Yeah, Ty Witek will replace Connor Lash. Just his 4th at bat of the season.
Now hitting for the A's, catcher number 29, Ty Witek.
He's 1 for 3 this season. 2 down in this 8th inning. Witek is hitting .333 this season with just the 1 hit. He's been behind Cal Casper and now Connor Lash throughout this season as Witek gets it sharply to third. Tough play for Randolph. He can't find it, and Witek's going to have a base hit. Back-to-back hits for Sheboygan, and they're in business here in the 8th. And Witek now moves his average up to 500. 2 for 4. Brings up Hudson Wagner. He's been on 3 times. He's 2 for 3. Stelz on at second. Witek's at first. Wagner fouls it back. If the A's do somehow put up 4 runs here, they would incur the run rule. As that one's in there for a strike. Emmett Salin is on deck. He would pinch hit for Jurgensen if it gets there. 0-2 on Wagner. And he hits it to third. Tough play, Randolph fields it on a hop and steps on third to end the 8th inning. Sheboygan's 3 outs away from getting the double-digit wins in the State League. Richardson will be the one that'll try and do it for him. We go to the 9th. 7-1 Sheboygan.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Top of the 9th inning. 9-1-2 due up for what, in the Nationals? Caleb Zabielski will be the leadoff hitter. An interesting last plate appearance. He was the first one to greet the pitcher Richardson, and he was out via interference, putting his hands up on his way to first base, trying to block the throw from Lash at the time. As he lines that one to left center field for a base hit, and he not only ended his 0 for 15, he's got a 2-hit day. Brings up the top of the order, and Cam Carter. Eight hits now on the day for the Nationals, but still just one run across. A lot of runners left on base. Left them loaded last inning against Richardson. Pitch is high on Carter. Still just one run for the Nationals, a team that averages over 6.5 runs per game in the state league. As that one fouled off by Carter. Carter is 1 for 4. Led off the game with that single, but hasn't been on base since. One and one on Carter. Runner on first is Zabielski. That one's high to Witek. Made a nice catch back there, preventing it from going to the backstop and allowing Zabielski to advance. It's been a muggy night. Sheboygan trying to bring home the W despite the weather. 2 and 1. Fouled back. And Zabielski was on the move, but he'll have to retreat back to first after the foul ball. I doubt if Zabielski was on the move, Witek would even throw down the 6-run lead. More focused on the hitter in these situations. Or maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he wants to challenge him. Doesn't think Zabielski's as fast as maybe he thinks he is. 2 and 2. And that one's fouled off again. And with a left-handed pitcher on the mound, that is a very aggressive lead for Zabielski at first. The pitcher's not going to throw over. Let's keep increasing it. He's leaning way towards it. He'd have no chance of getting back to first. And that one's inside. Could have been a free out for Richardson had he just thrown it over. Looked like Zabielski had no intentions of even trying to get back to first. Or he was thinking if he threw it to first, he'd just run straight for second. But now runner on second base, full count pitch, is hit sharply past the glove of Stout. And holding at third is Zabielski. I was about to say, it looked like Carter was going to go for 2. Would have been a risky send, but he holds at first with the single. Surprised to see the Nationals not sending Zabielski around third. 6-run game. Looked like he would have been in there easily. Ryan Huntsinger will hit. See if Sheboygan can strand even more runners for the Nationals. 6-run lead right now, but it could get a lot closer. An extra base hit from Huntsinger's already got one of them today with the double. 9 hits for the Nationals. Just 1 run. The left-hander Richardson trying to complete his 3-inning save. Takes strike, Huntsinger. 0-2 on him. He's pitched 3 innings. It's a save if you pitch 3 innings, no matter the lead. 0-2. Pitch is hit foul. Oh, 2 on Huntsinger. one's hit softly. Throw to second, gets one, but a run will score. And it's 7-2 Sheboygan. And that brings up Rob Coe. Pitch gets past Witek. That takes away the double play opportunity. That would have finished the game as Huntsinger advances to second. Big out for Richardson to get, even though they traded a run for it. You could trade a run for every out of the city and still win the game. It's been a long game for Sheboygan. Sped up after Belknap came in. Really shut down the day's offense as that one's hit behind second base. And Ames is under and he makes the catch for the second out. One more out for Richardson and Sheboygan. And that brings up Nick Argensinger. They've got Brian Huntsinger and Nick Argensinger. And his first pitch is taken high to Argensinger. Both playing the same side of the field. Argensinger's in right and Huntsinger is at second. And Huntsinger's on second for Argensinger. Now we'll be on third as that gets past Witek. It's 2-0. 5-run lead with one out. Just want to throw strikes, even if you gave up a hard hit ball. West Allis and Sheboygan both have double-digit hits at 10. It's 2-0 on Argensinger, who's got 3 hits tonight. He's yet to be retired. Takes it low, 3-0. He's got 2 singles, a double, and a walk. And he hasn't scored on any of them. The rest of his offense hasn't been able to help him out. As it's a 4-pitch walk. And that brings up Max Montgomery. Montgomery's had a rough night at the plate. He's been a really good hitter this season for the Nationals, but tonight has not been his night. He's 0 for 4. That one's pops up, but it'll get out of play 0-1. Better start to this at-bat. That was a first pitch strike, does Richardson. Runners on the corners. Montgomery at the plate. 2 outs in the 9th. Sheboygan trying to finish the deal. And that one's in there for a strike. And defensive indifference allows Argensinger to take second base. Get as many as possible in scoring position. Schmidt's in line for the win. He's 3-0, trying to go 4-0. As that one's taken high, 1-2 on Montgomery. Was great today through 6 innings, only gave up a run. Richardson's done the same through 2 2/3. Trying to do it through 3 and get the save and get Sheboygan out here with the win. Just missed. 2-2. Richardson was that close to winning the game for Sheboygan. We'll have to wait another pitch, and hopefully that's all he needs. 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him swinging. Sheboygan gets their 10th Wisconsin State League win, and they maintain their first place spot in the league. after defeating the West Allis Nationals 7-2. The win goes to Eric Schmitz, who went 6 innings of one-run baseball with 6 strikeouts. And the save goes to the pitcher, Joe Richardson, in his first Sheboygan A's appearance. It was carried by the offense, who scored early, got 3 runs in the first, and then they scattered four more in 3 of the next 4 innings. It was an offensive show early, then offense kind of left room for the pitching staff. Joe Richardson looked good through his last 3 innings, despite giving up the 1 run. And Eric Schmitz was spectacular in his first 6, not allowing those runs to come across, leaving a lot of Nationals stranded. But Sheboygan's victorious. They improved to 10-3 in the Wisconsin State League and maintain that first place spot. West Allis drops to 9-6 in the league and also remains in 3rd place, but another game behind the A's. But until next time, enjoy the rest of your day and God bless. For Lucas Schulze.